All right, Texas Jack back here. Been a while. I'm gonna be doing a brisket this weekend. My mother and father-in-law, they do a camp meeting. It's a Christian-based, kind of like some folks call them like a tent revival, but this, it's a lot more conservative. Not a bunch of dancing and snake kissing and stuff like that. But anyway, we're gonna do a couple of briskets for them, and I'm gonna try this. I've been reading a little bit about this 4-2-10 method. So, if you guys just stick with me, we'll get to it. All right, I got a couple of briskets. I went down to the local bulk meat store, Shamrock. Got a couple of these packers. Got two of them here. This is the seasoning right here. Best quality meat. Man, this is the stuff. If you want to try some really good meat seasoning, it's great on steaks, burgers, whatever. You can't beat that. You can get it out of Temple, Texas at Best Quality Meat. Go online, call them, whatever. They'll hook you up. It's the best stuff you'll ever have, I guarantee you. May try a little bit of this. I picked it up at the bulk food store. But we'll get these suckers on and we'll get them trimmed up and get them seasoned up, and then we're gonna get them on the Rec Tech. Oh man, look at that, the Zia right there. New Mexico, baby. My daughter and her partner Ruth made this for us. It's for the grandkids, actually. It's been a great table. We love that. We're proud of our not so much our government in our state, but we love our state. New Mexico 505, baby. All right, I got one of these babies out of the package. We're gonna start trimming this thing. All right, we got that baby cleaned up. So now we're gonna start putting the seasoning to her. Normally when I do one of these briskets, I like to use something with more pepper in it. But no, we're gonna go with this seasoning right here. I really like this seasoning, and I think it's gonna be good. We'll go ahead and put that other seasoning on there that I was telling you guys about. So I tasted it. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't great, but it's gonna go good on this brisket for sure. So we'll get this seasoned up and we'll be right back to you. All right, there we are. Got it going on the Rec Tech. And there's my little helper. Oh, yeah, let's get that spread out on there a little bit, huh? Okay, I think that'll be enough. Thank you. Thank you, Aria.
You're welcome.
All right.
Now we're going to use
Poppy's little helper, huh?
We're going to use it.
All right, we're gonna fire this grill up to about 245 degrees. This grill it's about 6 years old, or maybe a little older. It's done its due diligence. Today we're gonna be using the Rec Tech Ultimate Blend. I've already got the hopper pretty much filled up with that. So let's get this baby fired up. We're gonna go with 245 extra smoke for 4 hours. All right, 2 hours into the cook. Let's see what's going on here. All right. All right, we're 4 hours into this cook now. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah. Pick some corn off out of the garden today and got it roasting. So it's time to crank this baby up to about 285. I'm gonna do that for 2 hours. All right, I just turned that baby down to 205. It was at 285 for 2 hours. So we've gone 4 hours at 245 degrees, then 2 hours at 285 degrees. I threw some fat in there, just the fat that I trimmed just to help try to keep some of the moisture in here. Now what we're going to do is take this and transfer it over to butcher paper. It doesn't have quite the bark that I was looking for, but I think it's still going to be all right. All right, we got that baby wrapped up in some pink butcher paper, and so we're going to add a little bit of water to it. And so the ideal here is to let this baby steam for the remainder of the cook. So we'll cover that thing up with some foil and put it back on the grill. Okay, so I'm gonna take this fat. The idea of this fat is to help moisten the paper up, so we're not robbing all the moisture out of the meat, because the paper will kind of take that moisture out of the meat, and we don't want to do that. So that's why I put this fat on the grill as well, you know, to help with this right here. So let me get this. Let me get the juices from this fat onto the paper, and then we'll put the meat onto here. Jackson Jack, be right back. Got the meat on there. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this baby up. I put that fat in here with the meat. That's gonna just help it out a little bit. Yeah, baby. Wrap this baby up just like that. And we're gonna put her in the pan just like the other one. Just like that. All right. We're in business now. That baby in there just like that. Wipe the paper down. All we're doing is we're going to be steaming this at 205 degrees. That's where I want that temperature to fall in at on this brisket. And tomorrow morning we'll get in here, check her out. So I'm going to wrap this back up in foil, and we'll put them back on the Rectech at 205. We'll be right back to you. All right. 205, we got the babies stacked in there just like that, and we're gonna let her cook all night long. It's 10 o'clock now. We're gonna let her cook till about 8 o'clock in the morning, just like that. So we'll be back tomorrow morning. See you guys later. All right, it's 8 o'clock the next morning. About 11:30 last night, I set the temperature down to 190. I started thinking that, you know, this thing's gonna probably be sitting there steaming. The heat might get a little hotter than 205, and so 190 is low, or 180 is actually as low as you can go on the Rectech. Well, sorry, I set it at 180. So we'll check the temperature of those things here in a sec. All right, moment of truth here. I'm gonna just take a peek in here and see what temperature this meat is. Yeah, all right. Yep, sitting there just basking in its own juice with that little bit of water I put in there. Cut a little hole right here. One of my grandkids had my meat thermometer the other day and we took it away from him. We don't remember where we put it. So I'm having to use the work thermometer here. That's 185 right there, 182 actually, 183. So actually the meat it didn't come up to temperature like I thought it would to the, with it sitting there steaming. It stayed at the temperature I set the grill at, which was 180. So I'm gonna put this back on there and I'm gonna raise the temperature up to 205 and we'll let her sit there for another hour or two. All right, here we are delivering the meat all the way out here in the middle of nowhere. There's Shiprock. It's kind of a sacred mountain for the Navajo people. And we're heading over there to deliver this food and serve it. There's Table Mesa in the background, and over there to the left you can kind of see what they call Snoopy Rock. Looks like Snoopy laying down. Here we go, guys. Here's the brisket.
I think Grandma needs food.
You guys think you could take like just a second? I think Mom needs you guys.
Okay. Looking good here. Let's take a look.
Yeah. Can you rush it? Yeah, can you? Thank you. What's the point? Could I get just a little bit?
Yeah. Turn around and get everybody.
I saw the corn. Big piece.
How's that, baby?
Good. Thank you.
Some juice?
You can put some more soup in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Then the